Well, this is Raymel, and welcome to my YouTube channel, where I am here for the sole purpose of making your heart smile. Now, I wanted to go ahead and get started and do a topic that we hear about often, and you can tell by the title that jealousy with the two faces. I want to talk about both of them because we always talk about the one, but let's talk about the other. Now, instead of talking about the one that I really want to get into tonight, I'm going to start with the one that we always hear about. And that's the jealousy that we receive from others. We always talk about, those haters, the ones that we feel like are really against us and don't really have our best interests at heart. The people that we've trusted, we've given so much time and dedication to, but we find them being jealous of us. And in turn, that hinders them from being able to root for us or to cheer for us or to celebrate with us when things are going great. But they seem to always be there, to support when things aren't. Now, I wanted to talk about that too, because, we do have people, and a lot of times it's our own family, and for some of us, it is the close friends, it's the cousins, it's the sisters, the brothers. Sometimes it's your own mom or your own father, that's jealous of you. And, we can't really blame them, but at the same time, we have to protect ourselves so that we can move on and do what we need to do in our lives and not be hindered in any way, shape, fashion, or form. I do want to get into this. So we always hear about that, and there are so many videos on that, so much content out about that, people being jealous of us. But I know for me personally, and I'm being completely transparent here, I have been the one who has been jealous. I have been the one who has envied, who has coveted, and I want to talk about it from the other side of the fence, that other face, of jealousy, the one that you hold, and I'm not talking to everybody. Everybody doesn't deal with this. Everybody doesn't deal with the same things, but some of us, many of us do. And we just don't say anything to anybody. We just kind of keep it to ourselves and try to fight it and deal with it and try to overcome it. And some of us just kind of live in it and don't even realize it's that much of a problem. So I want to talk about it. And I did jot down a couple notes because I want to make sure I hit all the points. But where does jealousy start? Where does that jealousy actually begin? And when I look back over what I had gone through and what I had overcome and what God had delivered me from, I realized that the jealousy didn't even have anything to do with the other person in the beginning. It was really just me not loving myself for who I am. And I'm a darker complected woman. I've always had friends who were lighter complected or a lighter complexion, and going out and, being chosen last or not as often, it's kind of hard growing up, and not to say that I'm not beautiful. I know that I am now. But then I didn't realize it. I really didn't accept my skin color, my size, my height, my whatever. I just felt like I was completely inadequate, and that I did not have what it took, to be, even who I was. I just felt like I wasn't enough. Like who I was just wasn't adequate enough to just be able to operate normally in life. And that's just the honest to God truth. And there's no sense in me trying to sugarcoat it or hide it or anything like that, because I want everyone to be able to say to themselves and be completely honest with yourself. No one is judging you. No one is here saying, oh, you're this, or, oh my gosh, you don't even feel great about yourself, and I was trying to encourage others even while I was feeling this way. But it was really starting with the self-hate, where I just really did not like who I was. And I did not want to be who I was, and it's not even just the bad qualities. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about my own very existence. I felt like I didn't matter. Like I wasn't enough just to be able to walk the earth. Like I didn't have enough. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional because I think about it and it's really kind of as I'm saying it, it's like, wow, but I didn't think that I was enough just to be alive, and so I can understand, those that, say, I just don't want to be here anymore. I get it. And it's really just that, for me, it was a self-hate. It's not necessarily what was going on in my life. It just really had to do with me loving myself and accepting me for who I was. And once I began to say, okay, well, I don't like myself. Okay, so what is it that I don't like? So I'm trying to self-help, right? We try to self-help just like we try to self-diagnose. I got these symptoms. I'm dealing with this issue. I'm dealing with that issue. I go on Google. I'm Google searching, typing and seeing what, I can find out about my symptoms because I don't feel like going to the doctor or whatever the case. So I'm going to self-medicate. I'm going to self-diagnose. And so that's what I was trying to do. Okay, so I'm trying to do this little self-help thing. All right, well, there's things that I don't like about myself. You start listening to motivational speakers. You don't like it, fix it. You don't like it, change it, And so I said, okay, well, let me start trying to change some things. And as I began to seek, the things in me that were not what I liked or were not what, I wanted to keep, as my own personal personality, so to speak. And then I met someone who really helped me in that journey. And it was a very healthy relationship, and I was really on the right path of trying to get myself together and make sure that, yes, I'm bettering myself. I'm becoming a better woman, a better mother. I'm becoming a better person. And in the process, though, of working with that person and, and really digging deep into who I was and what I felt, what the areas I fell short in, I began to admire this person more and more. And then I wanted to be like them. And it's just like, okay, I've got someone here who's a phenomenal person. Not to say that they were perfect, or anything like that, but they're just such a phenomenal, just really a remarkable person. So loving, so kind, wise, and, all of the qualities that I felt I didn't have. And so I began to want to be like that person. And then it became me imitating that person. And I began to lose more and more of me trying to be like them. But since I was in this place of I hated myself, it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me that the essence of my uniqueness was dying. That the essence of who I am and the decisions that I make and the things that I want to do was really slowly fading away. And I was trying to become this person, and it just fell into jealousy, where that I just really wanted to be that person, and it's all I thought about all the time. And people don't talk about this, and I want you to really be honest with yourself, because if I'm talking about you, it's okay. It's okay. And guys, girls, I know we all deal with this, both men and women. We have people in our lives that we want to be like, and it's okay to have that. But when you sacrifice yourself in the process, that's when it becomes dangerous. Because then you want them, you want to be them, and then you don't want them to have things because you want to have it. Because you don't want to see anybody else with something that you want, that you don't have. And that's when it just goes all wrong. It's haywire. And that's when I fell into jealousy. And it was not that I didn't love the person. I did love the person. I admired the person. And I wanted to be that person. I didn't want to exist. I wanted to be that person. That's how far it went. So I want to encourage you, because I know a lot of times when we go to church and people don't really talk about what they're really dealing with. They don't talk about it, and this isn't easy for me, knowing that I'm on YouTube and anybody in the world could see it. That's not something that's easy for me to do. But I know for me, it's easier to get through things when for some people, when someone else has been through the same thing, someone you think is strong, because a lot of us think, oh, she's really strong. I'm not talking about, you thinking of me, but, you thinking of people in your circle. She's really strong. She loves herself. She's, got such, so much confidence, and people probably wouldn't be able to tell that I was this way, but I was. I did not love myself. And so now I want to talk about, because I don't want to just say, oh my gosh, you're in jealousy now. It's a lost cause. You can't be saved. It's done. It's over with, whatever the case may be. No, I don't want to leave you with that, because I'm no longer there. And if I'm no longer there, you no longer have to be where you are right now. Okay? You don't have to stay here. You don't have to stay in a place where you don't love yourself. And it starts with being a little selfish. That is a bad word in the Christian community, isn't it? Selfishness. But it's the truth. You're going to have to be a little selfish. You're going to have to say, instead of doing this for this person, I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to go get a haircut. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to get a pedicure. I'm going to buy myself a couple pieces of clothing that makes me feel like I am on top of the world. Like I look awesome. You know how you go shopping and it's that one dress that you buy and it's so cute and it looks so good on you. It compliments all of the right places. Guys, them jackets, those shirts, because I be seeing you. With your jackets and your shirts cut just right to your frame with your nice slacks and shoes. When you feel good about yourself, it's just you begin this process of loving yourself. And that's what I had to do. I had to turn the focus on me, because it was really all about my kids. Growing up, when they were growing up and everything, it was really all about them. I wanted to make sure that they had everything that they needed, that they didn't have to want for anything. I'm sorry, it's a piece of hair on here and it's driving me crazy. But that they didn't have to want for anything. But at the same token, I would leave myself in a position where I didn't have anything. My clothes were just a little ratty. They weren't fitting me right. I didn't take the time to invest in the hair, the nails, the makeup. I didn't invest in myself. I didn't get up and put makeup on, and I started with putting makeup on. I started with that, just making sure that there wasn't a day that I went out that I didn't have on makeup. And I know, guys, you like, that makeup thing for women, but I promise you, women, don't let the guys tell you they don't like it because they love it. Just as long as you ain't walking around looking like, you on the stage somewhere. I'm just saying, because a lot of actors, they have to wear heavy makeup in order to be able to be seen, to the audience. So you don't have to wear it that way, caked up. But, put it on. Put on the soft fragrance, put on the earrings, put on the soft blouse, nice light colors, not just black and navy, but something bright, something a little that has a little life, just really invest in yourself. Take time with yourself. Get therapy. Yes, that's another bad word, not just in the Christian community, but just in the Black community and a lot of other communities as well. A lot of people think that if you go to the therapist, you're crazy. Like you just about your mind. You got multiple personality disorder. One time you Sue, one time you Jane, one time you Melissa, another time you Martha, You just got all these different personalities. And that's not even the case. You don't even have to have a really big problem just to be able to go to someone and sort through why you feel that way. Because typically there is some underlying thing from your childhood, from your early adulthood, something that caused a rift and caused you to feel like you're not worthy, like you're not adequate, like your existence is not enough. And I really want to implore you, get the counseling and just start investing in yourself. You may not feel like, oh, it's not worth it to buy that $50 eyeshadow palette. It is, if you want it and you have the money to get it. I'm not saying spend your bill money. I'm talking about being wise, but investing in yourself and taking time for you, because guess what? You are worth it. And as long as you can stay in a place where you love yourself and you're grateful for who you are and what you have, you don't have to worry about falling into jealousy or coveting or being envy or envying someone else, right? As long as you're happy with you, I'm happy with me. I actually love my complexion now. I love my complexion. I love the fact that I have like this golden undertone, you know, and I put on like earth tones, like golds and bronzes, and it just looks so pretty on me. I put on an orange dress and it just illuminates my skin. I'm telling you, it used to be a day I didn't love my skin. I love it now. I don't want to be anybody else's complexion. I love the skin I'm in. So I want you to feel the exact same way. I don't want you to be jealous. I don't want you to feel inadequate. I don't want you to feel like you're not enough, because you are. You're more than enough. Okay? So be encouraged. You have a wonderful day. And don't forget, if you like the video, please, by all means, give me a thumbs up. If you want to hear more about what I have to say, you know, about life in general, then great. Subscribe to my channel. And I thank you for watching. And I look forward to you watching me again. Okay, bye.